Are you struggling with getting the correct lead with your horse? Well, today I'm going to show y'all a few of my favorite drills and stuff to do, how I get my horse to always get the correct lead. Okay, to start off, you want to make sure your horse gets really soft in their face, in their shoulders. I'm going to work on moving Lenny in and out, pushing him in and away from me. Want to get his rib cage nice and soft, where he's giving good. Bump his head in a little bit. Then you can do the same stuff at a jog. Move him out, and then I'm going to move him back in. And I'm going to move him out, and I'm going to move him back in. Well, it's like a half pass. You're kind of pretty much like side passing, but while keeping the forward motion. And so I'm just pressing on my leg, holding it, and putting my rein out a little bit, pushing him away from me. I open up, you can see my inside leg is open up, and that is opening the door for him to move in. And then my other leg's pressing him to go away. My outside leg is open, and then I do the same stuff when I'm switching. Ooh. Another good thing you're going to want is a lot of motion in their hips. Okay, I do more so hip stuff when I'm on the straightaway. You can do it in the circle. However, when you have a horse and you're just beginning to do it, it's a little bit easier to teach them on a straightaway. So to start off, if you don't do hip drills, you can just have them in a circle, have their head turned towards you, and then you're going to slide that leg back there and just move that hip away from you. And then you're going to do the same thing the other way. Slide that leg back. I'm going to bring his head to me and move his hip away from me. Then we're going to walk off. Then you do that, asking him for the lead, all the things. So now that I've kind of got him warmed up, I've got him going in and out, responding to my leg pressure. Now is when I can go ahead and ask them to get into the lope with it. So you can do this a few different ways. You can do it from a walk, you can do it from a standstill, and then you can do it from a jog. So I'm going to show you in a jog, because that's when, if you're struggling with your leads, you're most likely going to want to go from your jog into your lope. So I'm going to go ahead and get Lenny jogging. I'm going to get his head nice and collected because he likes to keep his head up to the sky. I'm going to push him out, and once he starts really making those moves like he is now, I'm going to put my outside leg on him and ask him to lope off. And I'm going to try to keep his body rounded. Woo. And you can tell Lenny, he gets a little excited. He thinks I'm doing flying lead changes. And then you're going to pretty much do the same exact thing the other way. I'm going to ask him for a jog, get him collected. The biggest thing is just to not get in a rush. I'm going to make sure his head's nice and collected. I'm going to push him out. Once he starts taking those steps, my right leg came off and my left leg came on to ask. Whew. Just like that. All right, so that's how I do it whenever you're doing shoulders. Once you get a little bit more advanced and you're not struggling with leads, that's how you ask for the flying lead change. Now, if you're wanting to do more hips, some horses respond better to the hip moving over than they do the shoulders. Just preference, really. If you're wanting to do hips, I will typically be more on a straightaway, like this. And I want his hip to go to the inside. His body's gonna move over like this, and then he's gonna wanna stretch that left foot out in front of the other, depending on which way you're wanting to go. So I'm gonna slide my right leg back. I'm gonna move his hip over. Even if you have to side pass a few steps, you can, and then ask him to lope right off. Whew. And then you can do the same thing this way. Now I'm gonna have to come to the inside. I want him to pick up his right lead, so I'm gonna push his butt in. If you need to, you can side pass, and then ask for that lead. I hope this helps, and let me know what else y'all would like to see. I love doing these types of videos. The biggest part, just keeping them nice and soft in their face. You want them to move over, you want them to give to your pressure. And yeah, if your horse will move away from pressure and they're soft, you can do anything with them. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below what else you'd like to see. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment them. Peace.